Greetings, this is Finalizing, half-elven YouTuber, and I come to you now with part 2 of my reaction to Critical Role Campaign 3, Episode 35. This is the last episode for Critical Role of the month, and the first one of autumn. Autumn basically having started at 9:06, 9:03, like early 9 o'clock p.m. yesterday. Hey, this episode and like its other one are coming out later today from where I'm recording. The first full day of autumn. Huzzah! As promised, the little mister. Last we left off, they just managed to get back on the ship after most of them got flung off in a sandstorm. And heavens. And Chutney when I asked if anyone's good with wood, Chutney volunteered. And I'm trying not to think about the joke. Before we go on, I should probably note that I do not own nor am I associated with Critical Role beyond being a fan. That goes for its YouTube, Twitch channel, its YouTube and Twitch channels, and any other online presence it may have. I am just a fan sharing with my fellow fans. And with that out of the way,
look down at the map.
Down just free. Dude, feel before
I got for
ready. I'm seeing one or two days.
Would you?
Maybe if liquid spits on.
We'll be starting with the ads once I find them. We'll start probably with the stuff in the new merch. Unfortunately, I won't be getting any new ones. I'm budgeting myself.
Gonna be fine.
You know, beggars can't be choosers in these circumstances.
You're very attractive. Sorry. Let's get to work.
Onward for the rest.
I'm low.
It's more damage than I'm ready to take right now.
I'm low too.
Yeah, that was a.
Everyone got there.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That was a rough failure in the middle of the
That almost
sandstorm.
knocked me right out when we fell off the ship.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Oh.
That would have been fun.
How many hit points do you have total?
39 total.
Damn! So you have 5?
39 total?
Yeah, so I hit 5 points when I hit the ground.
Oh.
Wet noodle.
You weak.
Yeah, we.
Sort of.
That's slick.
Or not.
Well,
That's like wizard low.
we'll come back here in a few minutes. Pick up the rest of the journey and see where we're at. We'll see you then.
This is Nona Lucia. She makes sauce.
Yeah, they're not
And she
advertising my
loves
videos,
to
and we've
idea
seen this plenty of
make me
times.
idea.
Darling. Hey critters, Laura Bailey here to guide you through what's new in the Critical Role shop.
I can't.
Style
can't.
should never be a dumpster, darling. Could anything be more perfect? I mean, the traveler always says impulse purchases are a good decision. Can you put donuts in this? Only one way to find out. It's so cute. I can't handle it. And hey, if you want, you could head over to the Critical Role shop right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of there's a sports thing, the Caduceus cardigan. The next one, I feel like it's gonna be either Molly related or. Yeah, I'll have to go back. Yeah, so they're officially starting to work on the campaign 3. Catch up, which will be a lot longer because at this point they probably have one episode at most. Unless they want to have more this time.
It sort of seems like he's not really here right now, which is so stupid. Traveler! Traveler! Artie! You know what? It's fine. I can do it by myself. With myself. I invoke duplicity. Oh, hello, Jester. Hi, Jester. Okay, so what we're going to do today is tell the people at home all about the good stuff they get when subscribing to Twitch. Oh, I don't know what Twitch is, but that sounds good. Let's go. No, that's perfect, because this works for you too then. Okay, so there's a professionally moderated live chat. And like crazy shit happens when we're telling those stories.
Oh.
And people that subscribe get special emotes, so you can...
I just noticed that the folds there. So yeah, they're not. The top is probably painted, but the above is just sleeves.
express how you feel.
Never saw
What if
no-
you live on the side of Exandria where it's really late and you're like, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a few seconds, and then it's 2 hours. So my snakes. Those
Went ahead.
44.
And welcome back. Went ahead and clarify a quick discrepancy with your hit points.
Yes, I was stupid, and I had done my math wrong, and I was informed by our crew that I'm not 39 hit points. I'm in fact 44 hit points. So I'm way cooler than I thought I was.
Tank coming through.
5 points cooler.
Yeah.
Tank over here.
You're not stupid. Don't say that about my friend. Thanks, Young.
Frontline fighter. Let's do it.
That's right. I can take on the world now, bitches.
Indeed. Well, a very eventful first full day back. The middle, you're getting the sense as to why a lot of skyships avoid the central areas of the Hellcatch Valley when it comes to... I don't know, just a hunch I get. But for the second day's journey, and please interrupt if any of these days if people want to handle anything specifically, but for the second day's journey, if somebody else could roll another d20 for me.
We'll do it.
Oh boy.
I will do it.
Oh great.
Oh, I can see. Oh no. Well, that's cocked.
Cocked.
No.
Let's go. Roll again.
What was it?
It
was cocked.
5.
That's what we got last
That's
time.
what I got
Five?
last time. Roll a
Okay.
d6.
Roll a d6.
Oh no.
Same thing will happen.
5.
5. Okay. Looking ahead,
That's my favorite part.
the horizon is clear.
Look behind.
And then you hear Captain Zendis shout, "Well, looks like things are good ahead of us, but let's go ahead and look on behind us if you have a moment." You look behind.
Double rainbows?
Oh yeah, multiple. Glancing back over the back of the ship, in kind of the mid-morning, that kind of cool morning air that begins to shift into the hotter days that the Hellcatch are known for. A storm is now creeping from behind.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Fuck me.
No.
However, the adjustment in temperatures between the hot day and the cold that the storm brings end up pushing a heavy amount of wind behind you.
Oh.
And Zendis, with the repairs that are, for the most part, cobbled together by you and the rest of the crew.
Cobbled.
Right. They cobbled. You polished.
Thank you.
All right, put the sails out. Let's go and see if we can ride this, baby. Make up some lost time.
Hey.
You go ahead and pull out the sails. And as soon as the first wave of wind hits, the ship just takes off at a majestic speed.
Yeah, majestic.
All of you also have to hold on, and you can see some of the bits of like loose cargo, ammunition barrels and things that are kind of bolted down and covered. Some of them kind of shift backward from the immediate speed But you pick it up, and you actually gain a day of travel.
Did we rest since that fight against the sand creatures?
We went to
We
bed.
did.
Yeah, you went to bed and had
we
a
did.
full rest. So.
So, how many days? It was 5 total, and we just shaved off a day?
It was 4.5, I'd say. You guys did a half day and then a full day, so it was 3 shaved off, so you have 2 more.
2 more days left.
How long before we have to recast on Laudna?
My thing lasts 10 days.
Okay. We got a little
Or no, my thing extends 10 days beyond.
You can keep re-upping.
I'll look at it. You just DM that. I'll figure it.
Alrighty.
Those little crumbs on your page are like bothering me so
Those aren't
much.
crumbs. That's some of my nail polish that I picked off. Is that grosser?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
Tremendously.
For the next day, have somebody roll another d20 for me, please.
I'll do it. 20. 19.
Whoa!
Pretty cool.
An uneventful day of travel. The Hellcatch begins to leave behind you as you come over the familiar opposite side of the shelf of rock that drops into the broken valley, revealing the verdant jungles of the Odiran Wild.
I kind of
the
hope
familiar
something happens here.
greenery and dense canopies of the tangle
I
before
don't know
you.
why.
Pushing onward into your final day of travel. Would somebody like to roll a final d20?
I'll do it.
Call it.
20. I can't see it.
No.
It's a 7.
It's a 7, okay. Well, still an uneventful day. And as you push through towards the later part of an afternoon on your final day of travel, you can see in the process of being lit the burning temple top.
Oh, it's coming.
That is the Prakash torch flame, the guiding beacon to the city of Drusar in the distance. As the sun slowly begins to set, bringing with it the
And they're officially back.
darker purples and reds and oranges,
What's that?
the dappled clouds beginning to fall to a deep navy blue against the sky and horizon. The mist begins to rise up upon the jungle floor as the spires of rock greet you. The familiar home where many of you first met, returning to the city itself. The skyship, battered, beaten, but still standing, slowly comes in towards the skyport here in the Airy Spire. As it begins to adjust in, it takes a little more work, and Captain Zennis is like, get your things, batten down, and please, take care of yourselves as you get the fuck off my ship. Turns it around. You can see folks out there as part of the sky ship beginning to throw up these chains with grappling hooks on it to catch the edge of the ship as it begins to kind of set into mooring position. They pull it down, latch them in, and slowly the sky ship comes to a rest against the docks of the skyport. For being late in the day, it's fairly busy. It looks like a secondary sky ship had just arrived not too long before you did. As you gather your
Technically, that would
things,
be
and I assume...
Technically, that'd be clean.
Quick talk about that.
I want to throw our friend back into the hole, but I would also like to take our friend out of the hole if we're going to do that.
Yeah. I don't want him in there with her.
No, me neither. So I'm
Oh!
going to go check on our
I was just
prisoner.
literally lost in a second. Like, what? Oh,
Check the
that
piston
air
case.
friends and the action.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I'll pull out the orb and see.
Okay. You pull out the orb that you pulled off of Laudna, glance at it, and it still remains dark. You see no signifying shine or light within it.
It's possible she found out about it, but do we recognize that second airship that came in?
Make a perception check.
20.
20, pretty decent. Glancing past doesn't really ring any bells. You know, you haven't seen a large number of skyships in your time. You've only really glanced at a few, specifically in the proximity of the skyport, but this one you've never seen before. But you go ahead and...
Yeah, how are we doing?
You open the door and
Yeah.
check in. Well, he's sitting in his soiled drawers.
Okay, I thought he was being taken care of. This okay, but yeah, all right.
No, I mean in the sense that just like not like he shot himself, but like you know, sorry, soiled drawers maybe did have a little more complication than I expected.
Painted a picture.
Yeah, I mean he's probably pissed himself a little bit, but
He's sitting in his poopy pants.
imagine you're probably
Piss in a pocket.
but no, you know he's sweaty, unwashed. His outfit is stained and dirty. He looks a little worse for wear and grumpy, understandably so. As the physical sense of the ship comes to a stop and a halt, and as you open the door and check in on him, he looks up at you. I assume we found our destination?
Yeah, if it's going to be uncomfortable again for a little while, then it's probably going to be a little more comfortable, and then after that, I really can't speak to it.
Well, wherever you're taking me, at the very least, make sure they put me under extreme protection.
I can't guarantee anything, but I have a funny feeling it's about as safe as it's going to get.
Positively useless.
I open the hole, and I allow him to step in. I'm not going to throw.
Arm still bound behind him, leaps into the hole and kind of twists his ankle a little bit.
Like a swan. Fold it up. I'll actually carry both for now. I'll have Lawton on the back and the thing in the pocket and the hole in the pocket. Course buyer?
We're going to Esteros, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, I forgot my bag. Hold on. Orem piddle-pats down into the cargo hold.
Okay.
And just wanders back amongst all the crates of stuff that the ship has been carrying. And I check around and make sure that nobody's watching me at the moment. And he pulls out the spyglass that he nicked off of Fern after she nicked off of Xandus. And he just sort of looks at it, spins it in his hand once, and then tucks it between two crates, which is the end of it poking out, just barely visible. And then he runs back to catch up with the group.
Okay.
Sorry.
You all descend the outer staircase of the ship back onto the, I'd say, ground of the skyport, but it is a short glance over the side to the infinite fall and tumble into the jungle and rocks below. The wind itself just kind of that cool afternoon breeze blowing past, but at this height it gives a discomfort for those who aren't as familiar with heights quite on this level.
Is there a name on the back of the ship? Can I try to see if I can see if there's a name on the ship?
The other ship that came in?
Yeah, the other ship.
You want to go around the... right now it's like it's just kind of facing the front, so you don't see from this perspective any sort of sign, but if you want to try and move past the through the skyport to get a look, you can.
Sure.
Okay. So you leave the ship. You notice Xandus is approaching what looks to be one of the wardens here, representative of the skyport, and is kind of talking to him, trying to give an instruction. Well, you know, we're arriving here under the behalf of Lord Esteros, and just sort of making sure that these people who we left with them also came back. It's good, don't worry, paperwork's all here. He hands a pile of papers over, and is just talking loudly while the person's kind of going through. You can see this is... Can't tell if Xandus is just naturally annoying to this person, or this is some sort of a means of getting them to let them go without too much of a hassle. You push past, you can see there are wardens inspecting the cargo coming off of the other ship. You see families gathering, coming off of it, discussing their plans, passing by. There's a heated argument between the port captain and the traveler that kind of heightens the tension in the air as you move past. You can see numerous Simurgs kind of circling overhead nearby as the various warden guardians are kind of just keeping watch over the city as the night creeps closer and closer. You can see one of them seems to perch on the edge of one of like the rock formations that the Ares Spire is built upon, or the skyport is built upon, and it seems clutching one of its claws, what looks to be some sort of primate-like jungle creature that it then begins to feast on and pull it, and within its woven jaws and stringy bits of sinew kind of pulled through as it eats, and the warden atop it just kind of holding with one spear on its side, kind of glancing over and keeping an eye on everyone else here in the port. Make a perception check.
I'd also like to make a perception check. I'm just looking for any other birds overhead.
Indeed. Go for it.
21. It's right here.
21. You got it.
14.
14. I mean, there are many jungle birds, and they make you nervous, but none that seem to be
The one.
piquing your worry
Okay.
at the moment. At the very least.
Did you not?
I followed. me.
Shithead?
I don't know.
Okay.
All right. You glance through the crowd, look over at the other ship. On one side, you do not see a name emblazoned or posted across the front. The other side, you do see a bit of painted text that looks like it would be difficult to make out given the shadow and the way that the light is kind of vanishing on the horizon and the bit of a reflection that's hitting the painted side of it, but you can get it at a right angle and read it. It is The Herald's Breath.
We landed in the Airy Spy.
Yes.
Where one lands. Interesting.
All right, I'll head back to the group.
Okay. All of you have gathered. It seems that the ship documents are still being looked through by the representative, but Xandis walks over to the rest of you as you kind of gather up here in the center of the main kind of dock spread here at the skyport. And well, it has certainly been quite eventful. You all seem to be fairly on the straight and narrow, a little strange. I like it, kind of front to back. So, hey, hopefully we have a chance to do weird adventure and shit again in the future.
Thank you for getting us there and back again. Appreciate it.
And for saving our ass in the process.
Well, thank you for not getting my ship entirely blown away by ridiculous ideas and making me chase down all sorts of crazy shadows. So, appreciate it.
And that's only the beginning. If you really want to upgrade the aesthetic of your ship, you can invest in some, more wood. And, I book out pretty far in advance, but I'll consider it because we're close. We're tight. We've been in the foxhole together now.
Look, I'm more than happy for anyone to update the ship. It doesn't really belong to me. I'm on the payroll of Lord Esteros. So if convince him to make some upgrades, then I'd be happy to have it taken care of.
I'll talk to him.
Appreciate it.
To tip this guy, or
I don't know. I've never been on an airship before. I don't know.
I think he's pretty well compensated.
all right.
They're pretty well compensated.
Well, thank you.
No worries. Well, I'm going to go drink and sleep for 2 days. Kind of
Okay.
marches off back to the person, grabs the paperwork. Are we good? Do we clear?
Yeah, I'm jealous.
The
That just sounds real nice right now.
the associate, this like half elf there with the warden helmet on, kind of goes, "Yes, I suppose so." Hands it up. Good day. And goes back. Xandis heads back up onto the ship to gather the rest of the crew. But the city is yours. What would you like to do?
Head to the core spire as
Yeah, just head straight.
straight to
Keeping our heads down and trying to get there as fast as possible.
finding a couple places to duck down and let a little air into the hole when possible.
Okay. So 6 silver to take the gondola down to the core spire.
I got it. Team playing, sharing of coin.
Thank you.
Yep,
Chetney.
no problem.
That's such a kind gesture. Hey, Fern,
Yes.
I've been meaning to ask you, can I get that coin back?
What coin?
You are.
The coin, I only had, I had 2 coins. Orm lost one, and you took the other one.
I didn't take anything.
Boy, how do you deal with this?
I'm going to quietly watch from the corner.
The wheel is available to
Yeah. The creator was a terrible human.
feel it out. F.C.G.
Fine.
Just let it happen. Maybe you forgot, but I gave you a coin to flip when you were choosing which one of our friends to let live or die.
You did give me a coin.
When you sort of played God for a second, it was the coin that helped you do it.
Where did I just don't know where I put it.
If you need help, I can cast locate object.
Give it a try.
All right, I'll cast locate object.
Okay.
And I'll just scan her up and down.
Do you have the coin on you?
Yes.
It is very plainly glowing, muddled somewhere in a tattered clump of fur upon her head.
Where is it? I just don't know where it is.
I'll just grab it out. Oh, here it is. You must have just misplaced it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I didn't realize that was the one that you were talking about. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I think we should like melt it down or something. I don't like it.
Because it was associated with
Yeah, I feel like that's
Lautna's death.
Yes, I feel like that was.
But it was also associated with Orm's life, and
I know.
Two sides to that coin.
Well, you can. I was just playing with you. I was eventually going to give it back to you.
when you take something from someone else, just curious, like, does it make you feel good?
Okay, never mind.
Does your heart beat faster?
I think I just
Is it
first ball.
I don't know if I feel anything. I think I just.
Are you trying to feel something?
No, I just like
chasing
certain
a dragon or
things.
something?
I just like little shinies, and just carry them with
But
me.
it doesn't make your heart beat faster. Doesn't make your
And maybe a
pulse rate.
little bit.
Monkey ready?
Because
Monkey ready,
sometimes
dragon.
something could go wrong. So I guess I do like it.
Okay. It's the danger of something going wrong, though, that makes you.
Yeah, of course.
It edges you.
Yeah, because you just don't know. You know?
I think that's very common and normal.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you?
I think that feeling is common and normal, yeah, but maybe chasing it all the time is not quite as common. But no judgment.
No, I
Just
don't
maybe
feel it.
of you being aware of it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just good for you to be aware of, that why you do things and how often you do them.
Okay. I mean, I'll think on it for sure.
Okay.
Because maybe there's something deeper. I don't know.
It sounds like there might be.
Well, I'll think on it.
We'll talk about it some other time. We can have a session where we just sit and talk about it. You can talk about whatever you want. I'll just listen.
Okay. I'm down for that.
All right, great.
Okay. Sorry I didn't give it to you right
No,
away.
it's fine. I don't care.
I just wanted you to waste a spell.
Sure. Can I mark it off?
So much is being learned, and I have no idea by whom.
Hey, Mojen.
What?
Yeah, I don't want.
Mojen?
I don't want to give away your real.
Okay.
Mojen.
That's the most interesting nickname I've ever been.
Well, look, some of us are just gifted in spontaneous creativity. I was kind of thinking, you get in people's heads, right? Did you and Thule communicate like mind to mind?
Yeah.
And has she popped in your head since?
No.
Are you at all curious about like sending her?
I thought about it, but then what if my thoughts are what attract her to that space and she just comes and kills all of us?
Is that how that works?
I mean, I don't know what her abilities are. She could bamf anywhere she wants.
I don't think he advanced, but I think he can
Maybe.
send vision.
Maybe she has that thing that the Tempest has. Maybe she can travel through trees. I don't know how this shit works.
That's very true. But you think she survived your...
I mean, I don't think I'm that strong that I could just wipe her out with one blast.
I'm pretty sure it's our constitutions that actually allowed us to survive. The weaker versions of ourselves would not have made it.
No way.
No. And she was pretty beat up at that point.
Maybe she's dead. Maybe we got nothing to worry about.
No, I know you don't believe that.
I don't. I can send her a message.
No.
I think your instincts are right.
I'd rather send a message to Delilah, honestly.
Fair. I was just curious.
I think we hold off on that one. I've never known a problem to go away that easily. Ever. We need...
Gondola comes to rest at the base of the core
Thanks.
spire.
Thank you.
gonna find a corner now that we're off to put air into the hole.
I will have cast calm emotions on myself.
Oh yeah, I forgot you like
Gonna-
shit swinging.
Very calm about everything.
Stepping off the gondola, the jungle birds have taken their nightly loud squawk sessions as the daylight begins to fade and you can hear the various songs of the various aviary-like cacophony throughout the jungle.
Orm's head is on a swivel for anyone watching, looking.
Are we being followed?
I'm just staring at the windowed wall.
19.
19. Okay. Heading to Esteros, I assume.
Yes.
Okay.
Quickly.
You make a beeline for his manor. You approach, the front door is closed. You knock.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Orm?
Well, she's looking for him, right? And we don't know how ever present she is or not. Do we maybe want to?
I can actually cast a spell to see if she's close.
To see if she's here?
Close.
Yeah.
Do you want me to?
That or check with Esteros, but better your idea first.
Knock on the damn door. I'm gonna glance at the orb too.
Okay. The orb is still dark.
There you
I
go.
want to waste a third level spell.
There you go.
No.
Oh, so you don't want me to do it?
Do it.
That orb would do about the same, right?
You're right. Yeah.
If the ring is still where it was left.
Who knows?
Oh,
Okay.
we're knocking.
You knock on the door.
The forward movement.
A few moments pass. No response. Orem. You can see one of the upper windows of the estate. You glance up, and what you thought were like slats, almost like a set of blinds, you can now see from this perspective they're heavy boards, boarded up from the inside, though the somewhat opaque
he's close shop.
shattered glass at this time of day makes it hard to see those sort of details. But you pick out, and you see a slight bit of movement on one of them. A moment later, the door unlocks.
Why I feel like that had too few locks on it for Esteros.
I'll push in and slide my head in and see if anyone's on the other side of it at the moment.
Okay. You glance and look inside, and the house is dark. All the furniture and decor is where you recall it was, but there are no lights.
I don't like this.
Put my head back out. It looks abandoned, but someone's upstairs. I saw him at the window.
I think it's wood chisel out and I draw it across my forearm and cast it.
I think
Yeah,
you
we
can make a
used
little bit of a call.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna send to Esteros.
High fucking alert.
Okay.
Are you home? Or are you taken? We're here.
I was not certain if that was you. I'm upstairs. Stay where you are. This place is not meant to be traversed.
Yeah, he's quadrupled the
You
ball.
hear the creaking of wood from upstairs above the foyer of the entryway
Damn, we
of
should
the
have just
estate.
got in and got fucked up.
Destroyed.
It's a slow, arduous series of steps. And you begin to hear, you especially with your keen ears, and you as well, the sound of different shifting metals, of chains being pulled, of doors being closed. Eventually, down the stairs, you see a hulking figure, robed, cane in hand, Esteros. Down the stairs, to the bottom of the stairs, goes ahead and reaches over into one of the small alcoves in the side of the wall and turns an orb. And as it does, these taut strings, these cables that you saw across different walkways on each side all lax and kind of just go to a bowing dangle. He moves around the middle of the room to the left-hand side, avoids the main walkway, heads over to the front door.
My apologies. Evelyn, I have given some time off. Follow me. Follow directly me.
And you watch him walk towards his study on the left, and he kind of like avoids the center of each hallway, and occasionally he makes a shift around and is like very carefully showing you a path to walk.
Love this little train.
Because we pay him some money, he can set it all back up and let us do a trial run.
I love Rube Goldberg's.
He opens the study, opens the door, steps over something in the doorway.
Wow.
Moves around to the inside and goes ahead and moves a lever on the left of the like thick wall that leads into the interior.
Oh.
And when he moves the lever downward, something clicks above, and you kind of glance up as you see. And what you haven't noticed the entire time that you've been in this room is right above the entryway, there is a trap door. And as soon as he does that, you hear the click of something. The trap door kind of like shifts upwards slightly.
Cool. Okay.
Shifts upward.
Oh, someday they gotta make a blueprint of this place they've got.
Oh boy.
You are not wrong. Thankfully, not an issue for me. Please step inside. We have much to talk about, I believe.
I assume. Unwrap your gift.
My gift.
1 second. I'm gonna lay out the hole.
Oh.
We brought you something.
Walks over, glances aside.
Oh.
Wonderful. Well done.
Oh, yeah.
Well done, all of you.
Go ahead and bring the lights down, be more of an interior setup for this here.
Okay.
So the fireplace, he goes over and kind of lights up for a moment and warms the chamber with additional light.
Well, there are two ways we can go about this. We can deliver him to the core citadel, directly to the wardens. Or we could take him to the Shande chambers, directly to Mistress Shishadri.
Okay, I had to pause for a second. I gotta do something real quick. Oh. Oh boy. Sorry about that. Oh.
Who is the one who has been spearheading the investigation and has put up the funds for the bounty on his head. I'll leave that decision up to you.
Oh.
All I ask is, at least if you're going to Shishadri, say that we are friends of her cause.
Are there any benefits or drawbacks to either option?
Not necessarily. It just depends on whether or not you want to do it on the sly and be an anonymous donator of our package. Or bring a bit of pageantry to it, which might bring some coin, but will also bring some eyes.
Directly to the Citadel, coin, Shishadri, anonymous.
No,
Flip it. Opposite. Reverse it.
To the Citadel, it is anonymous. To Shishadri, coin.
Did you get that, Fern?
One more time.
No.
But the Shande Quorum, that's big. That's fancy big people, right? That's important folk.
That's the anonymous circle that runs the political structure of this city.
We might be able to learn, I don't know, curry favor, or maybe they know someone who can help with Laudna.
Do you have you done any research yet? Do you know?
What you are asking for is an extremely rare and difficult ritual. The ability to bring someone back from the dead is a very lauded and sought-after technique. Very few can perform this miracle, and those that do are very careful and meticulous with who they do it for. Otherwise, death would be merely an inconvenience. In my connections here, I do not have anyone who is capable of this, but I do have connections that can possibly get you elsewhere, should you find someone who can. I have an old friend in the parlor of the collective in the Airy Spire who owes me a long unclaimed favor. Her name is Manaya Touré. She is an overseer of the city's spire/treescapes and surrounding infrastructure. Her fierce sense of justice and strong connection to nature make her a trustworthy ally in my younger days. I've already reached out to her somewhat, knowing that I may be interested in calling this debt inward. Just need to notify her of your intent to claim what we discussed. Understanding that time is of the essence when it comes to such rituals. I fear that I The Silver Sun may not be quick enough.
What would the nature of this favor be?
Translocation, I think.
That's really helpful.
It sounds like you said overseer of the treescapes?
Parlor of the Collective Aries by Menina Trey. Menina.
Indeed.
Manaya.
The Parlors of the Collective is where many of the engineers and organizers of the town's layout preside. Individuals that maintain the infrastructure of the city. That is where she works.
I recall they can absolutely get it done if you have 3 years to wait.
True enough.
So she can transport us somewhere in the world, maybe.
Perhaps.
Okay, that's good to know. We just need to have a destination.
I'm feeling more and more like you might be the answer to this.
Well, thank you. That's good, but okay, that doesn't really help us right now unless we need to get to your person or the Lila person.
My apologies.
No.
I can keep looking, but
It's a huge help.
such miracles on short notice are challenging for even the most powerful, and, well, I am not of the most influential of figures, obviously.
At some point, we may need some sponsorships, so at the very least, we may ask you for some of that.
Well, I am happy to do so. Beyond whatever bounty may be gathered, you have done me a great service in helping close the loop of this individual, and with that, I have my own rewards for you as well.
Oh?
He turns around and heads back to his desk.
Ginger snaps.
Opens a lower kind of sliding drawer. And TPKs, you want.
Puts on a mask.
Reaches into the drawer, past the drawer, almost into the ground.
Whoa.
And with that arm pulls out a small, like, iron locked, like footlocker almost. Like a lockbox, essentially, yes. Walks over with the cane still. Turns the latch open and sets it down in front of this little side table by his large, heavy back chair. And looking inside, you can see it is just lined with platinum pieces.
Ooh, fuck me.
Lord Esteros, we cannot possibly accept this. It's just not our nature.
By that, it's not the collective we. I can certainly accept this, and I think I can speak for almost everybody that I can definitely accept this. Thank you.
Very good, very good.
You'll get some copper. It'll be fine.
Okay.
As for our gopher in the hole,
Yeah.
is subtlety better for us with the kind of eyes we have on us at the moment?
I mean, don't we need all the help we can get? And the Shande Quorum is the most powerful people in this town.
But you're saying that that'll bring eyes onto the situation.
It doesn't necessarily mean bad eyes, it just means eyes.
This is true.
All eyes are bad eyes.
Yeah, Anonymous doesn't feel quite as interesting as attention. Especially if we get to drop Esteros a little goody good.
That's true. We get to say he's on their side.
Mm-hmm. But we'll find out who's corrupt or not.
Boy,
If it means finding someone who has connections, I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anonymous gets us nothing on that front.
Let's make some fucking noise.
Make a big splash.
Well, I'll make one last pitch, but I'll defer to the group. The people that I want to go to for help, I trust with my life. The people in that circle, I don't know.
I would want to talk to your people first anyway.
Well, we can. Your people, her people, his people are said she's busy.
Probably not
5 days ago.
Okay.
Just a tree away.
Just a tree away.
So what do you want to do?
I still like the Shande.
I mean, I want to go to the Shande Quorum, but are we going to reach out to the Tempest, voice of the Tempest again? First?
Well, we could see if she's available and make our decision after that. You said your friend with her favor could possibly send us on our way?
I believe so. She has been helpful many years ago in helping me traverse long distances quickly.
But I'm not the authority. Just going with my gut.
This tree thing, does she come to us or do we go to her?
Well, I guess it depends.
Sounds like we have two options now. Either Esteros' friend can send us or she can come here.
Ooh. Cool.
If she's available.
If she'll help us.
Sean Decorum!
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Or do you want to send out a message first? That's fine.
Yeah. That's easy
All
to
right.
do.
Do you want to do it or do you?
Oh, all right, sure. Yeah, I'll do it. Although she knows your voice.
I'll do it. We're still waiting. We still need your help. Is your business finished? I'm begging you. Orem is begging you.
There's a bit of a concerning pause at first, before she comes through once more. I'm sorry. I believe I'm nearly finished here. I'll see what I can do. I don't fully understand what's being asked, but I'll try.
Does she know how to bring someone back?
Yes.
If she can't, she knows people who can. But I don't want to be too late, so if we need to
make deals,
jump on a different path, then we should just do it.
She's
Well,
not
if it's a
so
druid,
righteous that she would turn us down.
No. I haven't really trotted this out before, but when I lost my family on that day, we tried to save my husband and my father-in-law. And something, it didn't work. It didn't work. Something about the nature of what they did when they struck. It didn't work.
Oh.
But
she
The same people.
Does Mercer need a new character?
But I'm telling you that the connection between the Tempest and these people in Whitestone, I don't know, maybe there's someone here who can help, but Lana was born and reborn over there, so it's the best idea I got.
Something about how they killed those folk. They couldn't be brought back. But was the sort of magic that they used or tried to use to bring Will
and my father were cut down, and something about the nature of their...
Was it the same spell that I used and Fern used to bring them back that failed, or was it a different magic?
I don't know what you do, Letters.
Was it quickly after their...
Yeah, pretty soon after.
And it didn't work?
No.
Okay.
But I didn't want I didn't see Thule on the ground that day. I saw others like
The shadow.
shadows she had with her.
So
Masked up, dark.
And get somehow the shadows somehow managed to kill her because I think these are pretty weak. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, we just
They-
keep trying.
Do you want to do something now here?
Yeah. I don't want to wait.
Let's drop the problem off. See what kind of noise it makes. Find ourselves somewhere to sleep tonight.
Can we keep Lana's body here?
There are fewer, safer places in the city for her to be,
Thank you.
of course.
Before we do, I know it's uncomfortable, but this is the best road to getting her back. I'm sure she has stuff that we could use. We'll give it back to her later. It'll be funny. She'll laugh. Yeah.
Take it.
I mean, I don't like any of this, but I'll take her pearl of power. Conversation.
Alrighty.
The war is
We'll
done.
take that vial from around her neck.
Okay.
Grab the immovable rod.
Okay.
Is there anything else of worthwhile other than her personal effects?
I think
Unless
that's what
specified
Marisha,
other-
that's what Marisha.
Yeah, okay, that's the list.
Okay.
Okay.
If anything else comes up, we can discuss it as it comes. but-
Scooped up pate.
Oh yeah, I have pate. I didn't take sashimi, but I took pate.
Like the OG.
Well, if indeed Otahan is after you, do we know to what lengths she will go and with a call?
I think great lengths.
Yeah.
What is it they're seeking?
Imogen.
Not necessarily.
Well, maybe not just you, but certainly you.
It almost feels like they're trying to open a gateway or a cage or something. We looked at Ruidus through a very strong telescope and saw what looked like a magical net surrounding it, either keeping something out or keeping something in. And Orm and I both saw on the surface a city. Whatever it is, they are strongly connected to its power, and it feels like they're trying to release it.
The call is.
Yes, Fool is. As well as some powerful figures.
Someone from the Cerberus Assembly in Wildmount.
You watch the eyes of your orcish patron open with a look of realization and the first real bit of fear glimmering at the back of his stare
Yeah, well, no,
as
we
he
already know.
sinks into the chair.
Okay, they're
Even without.
they're smuggling that green stuff.
Show him.
Really?
Sure.
All of it?
Just show him.
Fuck.
Give it to him.
I dive into the hole, I grab one of the vials, and I grab our case. I put one of the potions down, and then I open the box. And because I've gone a little too far at this point, I've seen these vials before in John Hexam's house, moving through for quite a while.
Well, if indeed the Silverus assemblies of Wild Mount are involved, then this is far more tangled and dangerous than I had initially imagined. I don't wish to push you any further or involve you in things that may bring about further loss, so...
Yeah, we're involved.
We're being hunted and are going to be murdered. It's pretty involved.
And we're truth seekers. We're seeking the truth.
Whatever Thul's been doing is a long time in the making, years and years, and anyone in the grim verity, anyone who is pulling at the string on this thing and trying to figure out what Ruidus is earning up debt like the Loomis twins.
I think all of us are in too deep to pull out now.
Good God.
Why?
Fuck you, Lord Bailey. Come on.
Why?
Wow.
It's Lord Bailey. Who is playing this type of character? For a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
I think we're in too deep to pull out.
Shut up, Beavis.
No, but seriously.
Yeah,
I want nothing more than to destroy her.
Yeah, you're gonna destroy her.
Just.
That's your job.
I feel... I cannot help but feel a vein of guilt that I have...
She's so much more.
God damn it. It's a fart in the elevator. Snow escape. You just gotta wait it out.
Yeah, congratulations.
Oh, you were so close. You were so close.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so dramatic and lovely.
I'm sorry. Well, if this so-called legend of the peak seeks to find me, she will. I will not run.
But you don't
And there is no safer place than my home. I spent many years preparing for just this. As for Hexam, her wealth, her collection, has been rumored to be growing these past years, which is odd for an openly retired spinster such as her, sitting on a stagnant fortune.
Does she bank?
Well, I have my curiosity certainly piqued. I fear my influence is quite meager when compared to the growing scale of these happenings. But should you be inclined to continue to follow this Ruidus mystery, you have whatever support I can give you. This is more than simple local politics. This is Exandrian-wide.
Just need to get our friend back.
Wide.
Well, indeed, one thing at a time.
Do you have any... Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
Do you have any leftover baked goods? Maybe like your ginger snap cookies or something?
I have a batch, but they're probably quite stale. I have not cooked with the expectation of guests in some time.
That's okay. Just... Can you keep some with Laudna in case she wakes up and gets hungry? Because she loves your baked goods so much. Just in case.
A smile creeps across his bearded, orcish lips, and he nods from behind his glasses.
I think I can arrange a fresh batch for the morning. Both for her and for you, wherever you're off to.
And if we do go to the quorum, who are we meeting there again, or how do we gain entry? And it's
Mrs. Shashadri?
Mistress Solana Shashadri, and you may say you speak on my behalf. As an emissary of good standing and allyship.
Which spire?
Harry Spire.
Oh, Harry Spire.
Nope, sorry, that was...
Yeah, it's the very top of the fourth spire. It's where the ballroom, the ball took place, is the larger structure there beyond that.
There it is. It's Solana Shashadra. We saw her at the ball.
You did.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
You don't happen to have any like health potions on you? We got kind of fucked up before we left, just before we venture out. You know, I don't know if you had anything in stock.
That's my order. Yes.
By the way, the cookies are a good idea because it'll kind of smell like you're comfortable at home. We pulled up; it looked a little cold and dark. If you are trying to entice someone into a trap, maybe work on that.
Oh, I don't want to challenge people to come find me. If they're coming, they will.
Just to warn you, fast, just very fast.
I've heard the
Duplicates,
legends.
shadow duplicates, very fast.
She can bring forth
Copies?
something. They didn't look like copies of her.
She had something on her back too. I mean, I don't hope she comes in here, but if she does, strike her in the back, destroy that thing.
And she doesn't need to seem to walk to travel. So, like, if a lot of your traps, you can just sort of, like, kind of skip over.
Hops around a lot.
I will make some arrangements tonight.
Jesus.
As to your request,
And he walks over to the far corner of the room, and he reaches underneath the chair at the desk and pulls out from under it what looks to be a potion vial that had been attached to the bottom of the chair.
John Wicked out.
Hands it over to you.
Thank you.
It's a greater potion of healing.
Whoa.
But he can never find his remote.
That is, there is the trade-off.
I put Velcro on all of them.
It's why I put on my shoes in the morning.
So West Wing, somewhere in these boxes, somewhere there's a list of what's in these boxes, in one of these boxes.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Let me know how it goes. I will, shadow duplicates.
We'll be back for our friends soon.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Could we have attuned to the items while we were there?
If you'd like to take a short rest and do so, you can, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stare. It's so sad, this vial.
So sad.
No, you put your own blood in it, but when the attunement ends, it turns to ash. So I took what I thought was a vial of blood off of Laudna's neck, and it was just a vial of ash.
Oh.
That's real sad.
It's really sad.
I have to, like,
That's rough.
dump it out so you can put yours in there?
I'm just gonna put mine into it anyway.
Just eat it.
Yeah.
All right.
Did we get a sense of how much platinum was in that box?
You have a pretty high passive perception. At a quick glance, it probably looks somewhere in the neighborhood of close to 700-800.
Damn!
Yep.
7
or 800 platinum.
700 or 800 platinum?
Yeah.
Wait. What
7 G's.
8,000 gold.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of gold.
It's
Like,
not 13,000. He says to know it.
Well, the hole is still open unless you've closed it.
I have not closed the hole.
See, we capitalize on trust. See, we make it an even 20. This is how you run a
Because
business.
we're gonna turn him into Shoshana, and we'll get another bounty. Shoshandre.
Better be more than 13,000.
Orana Shoshandre.
Hara.
It's just got to be more than. I can math. 5.
Fine. It's fine. We're fine.
All right. So with your compatriot's body currently under guard in one of the most dangerous fun houses of bladed death you can find this side of Exandria, what would you wish to do now?
Take our hole and
Where do you want to put it?
Just spread it open.
Just
at
spread it
the,
open on
quorum.
the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Take our hall
walk our
and
hole
show it
right
off
in
and all
there.
these strangers.
But I do think we should get that residuum out of the hole before we bring it over there because
Oh, anything that we can put on.
I don't want Armand to even have access to it, but I don't want them to see it if we open it
I
up.
don't know who's complicit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you leave the case here, or what do you do with the?
I trust.
Well, it's a bag.
Yeah.
It's not a case anymore.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, we put it in the lead box.
You have a lead box in there, so
You
it
put
doesn't.
that in me.
And we're not going to want to
It's not
show
gonna
that
dissolve.
to anybody for any reason.
I can carry it.
No.
I swear to you, I will.
Just put it in.
I swear.
Just put it in my body.
You
It won't
listen, you
dissolve.
all know I'm holding
Because
it.
my acid won't do it, and also it probably won't get that far deep.
Yeah, but you'll just be tonguing it the whole time.
I won't be tonguing it. My tongue only goes out this way. It doesn't go back down.
We should give you an update.
A tongue.
Lead box.
I didn't like any of
You
that.
really won't fuck. It really won't do anything.
You really want to fuck it? Oh, well.
You know, I'm perfectly content to. I mean, we could just keep everything in the hole once before we get there. Just pull them out of the hole right before we. You can't talk about it. You've ruined it. Shit.
No.
All right.
That's fine.
Because we always got those fucking potions in there. Actually, if we
I
want
just don't want to
separate those up,
God, yeah, that's right.
let's hand all those out really quickly. We had a few of those potions.
Yeah, we already
Actually,
passed
we
them
already
out.
passed them
Everybody gets one. There was 2 left in the hole.
Yeah.
But we can take those out and leave those with Trish.
Is
with
that the
fucking hell.
possibility?
Esteros.
Potion of possibility.
Yes, potion of possibility. Everyone's got one.
I had that. Did I?
Well, you should add it now, boy.
Yeah. So how about
No, there it is. Never mind.
I'll take Laudna's,
Okay.
and then you want to take another one?
I'll take.
Just for to have.
I will carry a second potion of possibility.
Actually,
Do I have a potion of possibility?
Yeah, everybody's
Everyone's
got
got
one.
FCG should have 2, maybe.
It's good that I have an extra. 'cause then I can
FCG.
throw
Oh,
it down the hole.
FCG should have 2.
FCG said the healer should have 2, in my opinion.
Oh.
Okay, then.
That's cool.
Personally.
So then I will not take it.
Yeah, you're
Great.
the
you have
meanest,
2.
luckiest
Got it.
motherfucker.
I have 2. One for Laudna.
I don't know how I'm making you any
Okay,
more
great.
lucky.
I will destroy all magic items.
I figured.
And then who? And you have the residuum,
Yeah, sure.
and everything else is just like
Weird shit.
yeah, random shit. Okay.
Okay. With what you have,
Tic Tacs.
you fill up the hole,
TNT.
and you head back out into the night of Drusar. Climbing up the familiar spiral street towards the top of the core spire, you pass by the wealthier homesteads that line the head to the street of this central, wider, rising rock pillar of the city. Past the numerous people that are finishing out their day's business, past the clusters of sill goats that are loudly clacking on the stone as they pull up carts of materials. Eventually past the initial gates that lead into the courtyard, to where beyond that you see the large marble kind of white light structure and series of halls and domes that make up the Chande chambers. As you begin to approach, immediately a cluster of wardens, seeing you stepping into the front portion of the courtyard, begin to approach. A cluster of 4 of them begin to walk, hands on the side of their sheathed weapons. One of them looks up from underneath his helmed self, the kind of signature scarf of the warden there across his neck. Hi, who goes there?
I guess we should pull him out.
No, we're here to see somebody, right?
We're here to see Mistress Olana Shashadre.
Alana or Rana?
Orlana.
Olana.
Olana.
We come with tidings, secret tidings from Lord Esteros.
Wait here, I will inquire. Walks back a bit while the other guards just kind of keep an eye. They're not getting too close. They're keeping like a good 15-foot distance and still at the side. They're all kind of reading you and talking amongst themselves and just ensuring that nobody makes any aggressive maneuvers. A short time later, the guard returns. The warden looks over. Mistress is curious as to what your business is, being secret or not. She is a busy woman.
She'll want this. In his head, he hears, we have her bounty.
They look at each other. Come with me. The guards turn around and start walking back towards the entrance of the chambers. Other guards you see doing rounds and taking watches around the massive courtyard and the surrounding grounds of this is now the peak of the spire, overlooking now the heavily misted and moonlit jungle that surrounds the city. Stepping up to it, the guards bring you towards kind of a gate to the right, not the main kind of open area where the ball took place earlier, a number of weeks before, but kind of a side chamber, and asks you to wait. As you kind of stand out there, the white light of Catha kind of casting this rim light against the surrounding bushes and small trees. You kind of just think to yourselves for a bit. In the silence, you can hear the sound of crickets clacking through the stillness of the night, the occasional wind blowing through before a door opens and you see emerging the familiar sight of Mistress Orlana Shashadri. Her long hair streaked with gray, kind of wrapped up in an elegant twisted bun, wearing what looks to be comfortable, if very, very nice and flowing, purplish evening gown-like robes that have a silver beaded accent to the front and kind of drifting off the back trail of the train. She steps forward along with the guards. I have been informed that you have come to complete my bounty.
That is right.
Show me.
Here? Now?
Yeah, do you want to do this in private or quarters somewhere? Or?
There are many people who come saying they are claiming some sort of interests of mine. I do not lead them into my private chambers without any sort of sign of proof or assurance.
On the ground.
All right, here we go.
It's not a bad idea to make it a bit of a show.
We're going to show her
I
our
hop
hole.
down into the hole.
Well, you can just let her look in.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was just going to arch him up.
Abby jumps in and then holds up. Treshy's like, ugh. She looks over. Hello, Amand. Mistress. Hello.
This is what I wanted to do for this scene. This is what I wanted to see.
And you all seem a bit familiar.
We saw you at a party.
Indeed. Rogue agents, mercenaries.
Truth seekers.
Thank you.
Lord Esteros sends his regards.
This makes more sense to me now. Very well. Would you like your bounty now or in the morrow?
We couldn't possibly.
Now would be
Hey,
I think preferable. Also, we do have some questions because we are actually trying to collect a few favors, which might be more interesting than platinum and gold or anything like that.
And favors are good, but we also have more to share than just this simple bitch. We've seen some stuff. It might go further for you than you anticipated.
Take him inside. We'll deliver him to the Citadel in the morning. But for now, you know where to put him. The guards reach over and grab Armand and pick him up, and you can see his head kind of sunken, sullen. But he's not fighting, he's not bickering, he's not saying much. He's just kind of resigned to his fate and is dragged off back into the chambers directly.
I'll never forget you. He was fun.
Tell me. Looks at the other guards. They kind of walk a bit away, but they still keep an eye kind of at the perimeter, just out of earshot. Tell me, what favors And what information are you speaking of?
I think we're only comfortable sharing this because Lord Esteros seems to trust you. But one of our friends fell in the line of this service.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know anyone who can help?
Yeah, our immediate interest is in restoring her to life somehow. So, at the end of all this, we're going to ask you if you know anyone who can help us with that. But before, we're going to share some of this information, right? Everything? The whole download? Can we trust this person? We can trust this person. Ashros does, maybe.
I mean, I think it's a little tit for tat.
So give some info. See how she reacts.
Yeah, like dropping the name the Nightmare King.
Oh shit! It's already happened.
Are you familiar with his nom de plume?
I have heard of it before, yes, though I am not directly familiar. What are you called, by the way?
Oh, we're Bell's Hells.
Bell's Hells. Very well. Well, I am disappointed by my two other hires who did not do as good a job as you did, of course.
What hires would that be?
Yeah, no, this is interesting.
Oh, wait, we know one of them. Well, she was with us for a second.
Oh.
Yeah, where did she go? Where did she go when I
Yeah, we ran into her down there.
We crossed paths.
She did, just so you know, she did a great job.
That's true.
She got real close. We were just one step ahead of her, but she did a really good job, and you should probably praise her for her efforts.
I'll be happy to tell her and give her payment in words. For the nearly good job that she did.
She's gonna be. I don't think she's
Appreciate
gonna
the
like this.
That was one. You said there was a second?
I mean.
I had many individuals keeping an eye out, yes.
Really?
Nevertheless, this is a good sign. Perhaps there are future things we could do together. Now, this Nightmare King you speak of. I know of his involvement during the Apex War. Was kind of a figure for hire. Initially playing both sides before aligning briefly with the Stratos throne, and then went missing. Why do you bring them up now?
He's around. Still seems to be sort of floating free agent.
Well, he was working with Treshy.
Trying to stir up trouble, make an excuse to bring forces into the town.
Your big tower explosion? That was him. Just
100%
him.
His fault.
Yep.
I can't believe he would do such a thing.
Missing kids.
And now he's partnered with some other folks from across the seas.
Do you know anything about Odahan Bull?
Paragon's call.
Very much so. We've had a few meetings here in recent months.
With Odahan? First up?
At Treshy's behest.
Bullshit.
Has she,
Been around lately.
Not since the last meeting with the Paragon here for the ball.
have they sunken any roots?
No.
Inside check.
Make an insight check.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice burn.
Wiggle that tail.
Oh. 13.
13.
Better than 10.
You know, she keeps a very hard exterior, and the words she chooses carefully, as befitting a politician of much experience. But you get the sense she's not necessarily lying. Kind of hard to read, you know, but she kind of looks to you for a minute, looks across the rest of you. The Paragon's call's interests here were put on a halt when Treshy's deception was discovered. So, they have no roots at the moment.
I wouldn't make ties with them.
Fair enough.
And then Ira, Nightmare King, he's got his own thing going on, and it does not look good.
I'd heard this name mentioned when there was interrogations surrounding Lady Emoth. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was with her. Now he's with Paragon's call and the Cerberus Assembly, and they're all working towards something super big and gross.
There we go.
Do you have proof of this?
Huh?
Is proof of this? Proof that of what? That the Cerberus Assembly is involved?
Yes, this is quite an accusation.
Is it a paved ground that we're on, or is there any loose dirt or rocks, or?
It's a paved ground that you're going to see. Not really paved, but like like stones and gravel. But you're not far from a garden area if you need open dirt.
So I take out a little pouch. It's got a little sawdust in it, just to always remind me of what's important. I sprinkle it on the ground, kind of like sand. I'm like, they were transporting a lot of these crates that had this symbol on it, and I draw the spires.
That is indeed their symbol.
That was not the Perry Mason or however moment I was hoping for.
Would you like me to make this a little easier? I open the hole again. This is now what I do. This is who I am now. And I actually have one of the crates in there. So.
Hey, fuck, I'm out here wasting.
Well, you have the wooden crate.
It's got the symbol in it.
The black crate.
Special black box.
Do we
Black
have
box
a special
has the
black box?
symbol on it.
No, Chetney threw it down a tunnel.
Yep.
Oh, you motherfucker.
It did?
Yeah.
I throw things all the time. Shit. Oh, yeah. This is a whole different one. There's a lot of shit moving around.
The proof is in the absence of proof. You see, we threw away the proof because we knew how important this information was.
Of course, I
Oh, God.
do not follow this at all.
We don't have anything?
It was on
Did she make a
purpose.
mark on you? Did she say a word that only you know? The orb, can we scry?
We do have.
Maybe more important would be to consider that there's really no reason for us to make this up. There's a fair amount of trust that's being established here, and perhaps just keeping it under consideration is all that we would ask. It doesn't have to reveal anything.
Even if you take it with a massive grain of salt, I would start thinking about them.
But you shouldn't.
Because salt is very bad for you.
I am taking all of this under curious advisement.
We can describe the man we saw.
We can show you an image of him.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Do one of us have
Don't you have an
minor
illusion? Don't
illusion
you
or
have an
something?
illusion? Can you show an image of the man we saw?
I mean, do you want like an exact image, or do you want me to give my artist's rendition?
What if all of your minor illusions were like caricatures?
They are.
Now, which man
Big
did you
old
see?
head. Wait, did we see Ludinus
We
or
saw
no?
Ludinus.
You did not see.
No, we did. We saw an old man in robes. And you were like, he was standing next to Thule.
Was that from afar?
I think you're right. I
We
feel like
did.
you're
They were
right.
walking together. We saw a man
were
walking
very
with
far
Thule.
away.
And then,
So it was for the race, right?
yeah, he was up on the crawler with her.
Well,
And you knew.
I've maybe heard the name. I wouldn't recognize the man if I saw him. Right?
Correct.
So we didn't
I think
see
we're
him.
remembering the description of Thule's meeting in the Feywild with him.
No. There was an old man with her.
We did see someone with her at the run, at the race, but I think we
it
were
was
far.
I don't think it was.
The woman Odahan was
If I recall, there was distance there.
Yeah, like we just saw their silhouettes on a
I will tell you
platform.
that the individual you're talking about was not present in, in
Oh.
Bassaris at the time. So, may have been another figure.
I think it might have been Ratanish.
Might have been Ratanish.
Yeah, that's what I had. That's written.
And he wouldn't have meant anything. None of us know who he is. No, recognize.
Well, then we can't prove it.
But we saw their boxes, and there was all sorts
They're
of
evil boxes.
unique items in there. As potions and powders and drugs and all sorts of stuff.
They had
Green
Contraband.
powder.
There is no love or trust for the assembly. They are a necessary evil in a world that is beset by all sorts of moral entanglements. But the city's quorum does not have dealings with them beyond passing political distant respect. appreciate that you are telling me this, and I will keep this in mind. But without proof, there is little I can do. And respectfully, little I can believe. Now, you have done a great job in bringing this criminal and traitor to the city and the various Mahan houses to us. And for that, the bounty shall be yours. She turns and begins to walk back into the chambers.
Should we follow? Or stay?
The hand goes up as if to
Stay.
tell you to stay.
That's the universal signal for.
I think this may also be someone that we talk to if we need to get some credentials. If we're going to use your
We really don't
or
have
movement.
any.
Can we keep eyes on rooftops, windows, doorways?
Can you make a
just in
perception
case
check?
We're getting fucked. Right, Red? 5.
17 for me. Orm's always looking.
Okay.
We have a ring that Trisha wore once.
Glancing around, you do see the number of Wilders, the wardens that are keeping an eye, probably about 7 or 8 of them that are just in the immediate proximity now, others that have kind of walked out of the structure just to kind of keep a standard front. You do also see along the rooftops, at least visually, 4 other individuals with long-range weaponry that are just kind of keeping an eye.
And she walked off out of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we call your people in the morning? Is that the plan?
Well, we haven't asked her for the. She knows anyone.
Yeah.
And the other favor that Esteros was talking about was Manaya Trey at the Treescapes.
She could just
Who can take us somewhere.
She could help us, yeah.
Or make sure we can get back.
Yeah, but we don't need Orlana Shashadre for that, right?
Mistress Shashadri returns a short time later with 2 guards that are both carrying opposite ends of a large chest. It's a 2-person chest. They drop it on the ground. It is locked. And she hands over a key to whoever wishes to take it.
Sorry.
The bounty is yours. Thank you so much.
Well, I mean, I think we would gladly trade whatever's in this box for a shot at getting our friend back. If you know anybody or any holy person or magic user who has access to that sort of power.
I do not deal in divine favors or miracles, but gold can get you quite a many of them if you know where to look. You've been paid well. I have things to attend to. I'm a busy woman.
Are you excited for the Apogee solstice?
I'm not certain what that is.
Insight check.
Both of you make insight checks.
Well done.
What you get?
17.
I mean, I got an 18, but is that enough?
Oh, you get a whisper.
Whispers.
Okay.
Give me the sheet. Give me the sheet. Give me the sheet.
The sheet?
Oh, no, he's giving it to Travis.
Wait, he got a 17. I got an 18. That's better. Why do I get it?
Travis 17.
Because you have to read the sheet.
I got nothing to read.
These whispers brought to you by WizKids Managers. Build your own collection of fantastic Critical Role minis by WizKids, available at wizkids.io/.
That's not. We're not supposed to read that. This is why you can't. No.
This is what you.
I like WizKids. I have a lot of their minis.
That's supposed to be. They sponsor our battle cam. Is this a battle?
Between
it's
you
turning
and me,
into one.
It is now.
This battle is brought to you by WizKids.
So you've never heard of the Apogee solstice?
I've heard of solstices, yes, but I do not know what an apogee solstice is.
She's lying. She's lying to her teeth. No, it's fine. We're fine. We're good.
Regardless.
I know you're busy, and I flip her a wooden coin that has the little Bell's Hill symbol I made up.
You made up that symbol?
I haven't even shown it to
That's so
anybody.
good.
K-pop.
Do I need your fucking approval for my artistic interpretation?
Yes, you definitely do need my artistic approval.
Is it exactly as we described it?
It's legally distinct.
It may already be copyrighted and trademarked, just so you know. So you want to get ideas.
It would do you well not to flick foreign things at fine women.
I apologize.
Good night.
I look up
She
for all of
turns
the
around.
like. All the guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Mistress, I had one more thing I was going to ask.
You can keep asking it. She's walking away.
Do you do any dealings with the Sealy cord?
She doesn't seem to respond. Just keeps walking.
Okay. You tried. I only got a bunch of
All
money.
right, let's put the big giant box of coin in our hole and.
Actually, just to double check that it's okay. Let's put it in the hole and then you can open it.
I was
with
just
the
going to
key.
check it for traps real quick.
Sure. Roll
She's
investigation
gonna
check.
blow us up in her lobby.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Slick for a total of
Investigation 25.
25. It is deep leached. No, it's not trapped at all. It's just locked.
Investigation
Just locked.
robbed. I'll take the key and just.
No, wait, let's
just
put
peek it. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh,
Just peek.
Let's put it in.
It is filled with gold pieces and platinum pieces scattered about with a smattering of silver, but no copper in there. It's quite a large amount.
Copper's in it.
Oh, shit. So much shiny.
Let's put
Put it in the hole.
Put it in the
and
pit.
count it when we get
Just
back to
put it in the
Esteros.
pit. We'll figure this.
Slip my hand in and grab a couple. Shut the door.
Don't see that shit. I'm allowing
For the
it.
purposes of bookkeeping,
Slightly.
amongst the coins, it roughly comes to about 12,000 gold pieces.
Treasure.
So where does this go?
Plus the 8,000 from Esteros.
7,000.
7 to 8,000.
7 to 8. Yeah.
700 to 800 platinum. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Sorry.
So who's keeping track of our money?
Right behind you.
I think once we figure out how much it is, we'll just immediately divide it up
And then keep a little extra.
and keep
for
aside
the
for
pot.
Lana.
Oh, yeah.
We're sitting on at most 20-ish K.
We could buy a pretty good used car.
Be snazzy.
In this economy?
Yeah. Inflation.
Too real. Yeah, what do we got left to do other than find a safe-ish place to sleep, drink, get a meal, chill the living fuck out.
Chill out. We can't chill out. We got to keep going. We got to push as hard as we can. We only have a few days.
What time? Where are we at in the day?
This is in the evening now. Yeah. This is after all the travel. Sending this, it's probably close to 9 o'clock, 9:30 in the evening.
If we round down a little bit because it's between 8 and 7 and 8, then it's 2850 gold to each person. 2,850 gold
That's
to each
also
person.
giving Laudna.
That's including Laudna in the pot.
So we're just gonna add that 2,850.
I mean, also take me out of the equation. I don't carry any money.
I'll
hold
take
on.
your 2,800.
No. Wait. Divided by. Ooh. 3, 3, 3, 3.
We all get 3.
And I'll keep a separate 3, 3, 3, 3 for
More
Laudna.
than 2850. It's now 3.
It's the tax bill of the beast.
3333.
Yeah.
Tax bill of the beast, you asked.
Yeah,
I'm trying, man.
Oh, that's right.
All right, so it's nighttime,
It is.
and we can't stay with Esteros. This place is trapped to book. Do we go to like
We could do an
one of our old haunts?
Yep. All of us carrying a small fortune in our pockets.
I mean, we can keep them in the hole if we so desire.
We
It's
do
pretty
have
safe.
look in your head if we're going to do that.
I'd like that.
And then we could
Look in your head.
watch you guys drink. Well, we were going to see if Imogen could find anything else in there.
Yeah.
We could also stay in the Airy Spire if we wanted to get closer to Mania Trey. If we wanted to not stay at a familiar haunt.
It actually might be. That's a surprisingly good idea.
Surprisingly.
Well, you know. I know it gets harder to come up with good ideas the closer you get to death.
What's your name?
Well, the Airy Spire doesn't.
Time.
There isn't necessarily a public
inn
within the Airy Spire. The Core Spire technically would be the closest one.
What's something fancy where they would get in a lot of trouble if someone were attacked there?
In the Core Spire?
I was about to say, I'm in Bosphorus. Let me switch to another city. There we go. It's like, why am I not finding anything? Like Spire by Fire.
Weary Way.
Let's see.
We've got
The Herald's Feast Tavern, but the Spire by Fire technically is nicer.
Fire by fire.
Fire by Fire. The classic
Got a
Spire.
keychain for it. Let's fucking
Fire by
way
fire.
out there.
Fire by Fire it is.
Alrighty. Returning down from the peak of the central spire, you come to the familiar interior, the warm, burning hearth, and all the torches that are crackling on the exterior, the interior candles and other lanterns that give that ever-fluctuating warm glow to the welcoming inside of this tavern. There you see Ishir, the Qatari, with the orange-brown fur and the dark mane looking out as you enter.
Hi! It's been some time. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Good to be back.
Everyone looking for rooms then, I suppose?
Oh, yes, please.
All right.
Very nice rooms. Very safe, nice, quiet rooms.
One each, or are you sharing?
We should probably at least 2 at a time.
Yeah.
All right.
3 rooms.
3 rooms. 1.5 gold, please, for the night.
I'm just going to put 2 gold down. Actually, this is worse. I'm going to put 5 gold down just to...
So we can make international phone calls from the room.
Wi-Fi's incorporated.
Yeah.
Just a reminder that we're good customers and we'd like to come back.
Your generosity is very remembered, and I appreciate it. May even send some cheap wine up your way before the night is done.
As long as it's really cheap.
Of course. Here are your keys. Please. Feel free to come and eat if you like as well.
Oh, yeah, that's going to happen.
Thank you.
All right. Well, the evening is yours. The rooms are yours. If you wish to eat and rest for the night to bring it to the following morning, we can do that, unless you have other business to attend to before the night is done.
Food, I will have a little bit of drink if we're going to do this. I'll have a little bit of drink before we do this, and then let's pick a room.
Okay.
We're going to snoop into your brain?
Yeah, I was going to see. There's a lot of holes in there.
All right, let's give it a try now. Ashton, you need to tell us how deep you want us to go, because it could be dangerous.
Is there some sort of way to tap out if it's going?
Yeah, one of y'all hit my shoulder if he starts bleeding from his nose.
Anywhere else, though, is fine.
Oh, I'm putting that shit all the way down here. But things start
You detecting
looking...
thoughts? Am I doing this with you?
Yeah, we should do it together.
Things start looking a little weird in here. Please hold me.
What is that?
Define
now?
weird.
Things, if it starts giving off more of its own light than it normally does, if it starts sparking or doing any of its weird shit that it does.
Okay, your head's already
Yeah, it
kind of
does
a
do
nightclub.
weird shit
so.
when you sleep and...
So just hold me down if you have to.
As we cast this, I want you to think of what you remember from being at her house.
All right.
As much as you can. And we'll kind of drift into those thoughts.
Well, I remember the group of us. The group of us were making our way broken into the first floor. We were making our way. Never live that down. Making our way upstairs. Zealand had opened the door, gotten through the first set of locks. Sally was heading first out, and we got into the room, and I remember seeing, it's all a flash. I saw one of those crates. I remember being thrown through a window. And I remember everyone panicking.
What happened before you were thrown through the window? You saw the crate. What happened between there?
We were in, and we got caught.
You both start pushing into that space.
I'm also going to guide myself.
Okay, I'd like you both to go ahead and roll a d20, add your spell modifier.
Guidance on Imogen.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Okay. Layers on layers on layers on layers.
What's spellcasting modifier? 23 here.
Uh, 20 for me.
20. Okay. Pushing through, you see the imagery from Ashton's point of view. You can feel the weight of the hammer in one hand as it's pulled behind, the care in stepping through quietly. You flash to that moment as Ashton's trying to recall what happened, and you see the crates. You see two of them underneath a blanket pulled aside. Same shape, same make, same markings, though different places. You see one of them open. You see Ashton holding a crystal vial in his hand, the same ones that you've recovered. Right as you see the ground begin to glow a bright red orange, Ashton glances down and you see these runic sigils begin to appear around it before this high-pitched whine begins to streak through. And a detonation that flashes to white. And there's just a gap. Then the next thing you see as the white begins to fade back to color is a glance up at the sky, stars, and a balcony falling away to darkness.
All right, we've seen that before. He said there was time missing at her house. You spent time there?
Just a white flash. There was falling out the balcony. It doesn't add up. And then there was the trip home, and there was whatever happened. This is a lot. I don't know how any of it happened, and I keep trying to think about what happened, and it's just so jumbled.
Can we see anything before he woke up with Milo?
I'd like you both to roll again to push further into the gaps in Ashton's mind.
Guidance on Imogen.
Worth noting, it was a different hammer, but it was a hammer.
It was a hammer.
It was a different hammer.
Yeah.
I will re-guide myself. 19.
10.
Okay. You push further. Imogen, you both kind of see this amorphous shape of a memory that's kind of drifting ahead of you. As you both step forward, fresh cut grass, you continue to push Imogen. You almost hit glass. As you pull back and look at it, you glance, and the glass almost resembles the weird speckled, somewhat cloudy crystal that fills the open wound in the side of his head. Fresh cut grass, as you push beyond that, in the moment not noticing the separation between you and Imogen, you hear the voices of other people screaming, "Go, go, go! Run! It's over. He's dead. Leave him!" And you see bits of the road. You see alleys and hear the dragging against dirt. You hear the echo of Milo's voice, familiar, saying, "Come on, come on, come on, come on." The fog and cloud takes over, and you pull back, and there is light, bright light, hurting your eyes. You try and focus, and it's an overhead, directed, hooded lantern of some kind. This is familiar. This is the top of Milo's table. You're looking up, bleary-eyed, blood-spattered, and unable to move. And Milo comes in, out of focus, looking overhead. Large glasses over there, looking about nervously. You can rubbing them, cleaning their hands, firing up what looks to be, and you've seen it around the house, like a small forge that they keep. You lose vision. You come back in, and with the heartbeat, you feel a heartbeat. It's weird, you've never felt a heartbeat before, but in your chest you feel... The warmth is going cold, and the heartbeat is slowing, and you hear Milo's voice saying, no. I don't... Takes and begins pouring this bright, warm material, this almost syrupy, heated glass past the head. It hisses and steams upon impact. There's a moment, and while it's still searing hot on the side of the head, the pain is almost too numb to be pain. It's just sensation. As the steam fills, your eyes begin to go to blackness again, and you hear Milo going, no, Francis reaches and pulls something from the limp grasp of Ashton's hand as it drops out of frame, your hand. And that same vial, that same gray vial, pulls the top off and just pours it into the wound as well. The steam in the glass begins to turn from a bright white steam to a dark, gray, weird, tar-like amalgam that seems to turn to a floating, gravityless liquid before the steam evaporates. And Milo looks entranced to the right of your vision as the fading darkness begins to reverse. Imogen, you now stand before this glass watching beyond, and as you look at this weird glass-like structure that divides the two of you, you watch as the clear crystal-like kind of speckled appearance begins to fill with this dull gray coloration, obscuring fresh-cut grass on the opposite side. But there you kind of glance into it and you see stars.
Like, how far do they go? Does it look like I'm looking out into space suddenly?
It looks like you're staring into the night sky, and as you kind of peer and focus, you push through the glass and feel like you're just kind of lost in an expanse of infinity. You see nebulas, and purple and green clouds swirling. You look down and you see Ashton just lying there, motionless. There's a shake and a shift of color, and you see Ashton standing laughing. You see Ashton fully armored, clutching what looks like the bloody body of someone as he crushes them in their hand and throws them apart. You see Ashton destitute on the side of the street. You see them starving and asking for help. You see Ashton on a ship in the distance, pushing beyond a fog bank to unforeseen shores. You see Ashton wearing robes and some sort of a Senate seat, speaking to the public. You see so many different...
What?
Ashton's. Different. All held by a singular thread, but
Yes,
none
please.
of them the one you know. That's when your nose begins to bleed. And bleed a lot.
He's bleeding.
Yeah.
His nose is
You
bleeding.
did talk about this part. Maybe we should stop it.
Am I even semi-conscious or no?
You're conscious. You're trying to recall the memory, but for you, it's like being caught in a loop. You remember it, and you explain what you're seeing, and then you remember it, and then you explain what you're seeing, and to the rest of you, you're just watching Ashton kind of replaying this moment over and over and over again.
Put one hand on both F.C.G. and Imogen and say,
I'm at Ash with a cloth under his nose.
Do we feel it?
You at the moment are kind of lost in this chaotic moment, and it's beginning to shake more and more. And you feel a similar creeping fear of losing yourself like you did the first time you ran from the storm.
I'm gonna try to like float backwards out of it.
Okay. Push progress.
I'm not seeing all of these different Ashtons. I'm just staring at the one that was on the operating table.
You're
right?
staring as the one on the operating table at this moment. And you see Milo smile and kind of clap and cheer. Shh. And close your eyes.
Does it feel like there's more to see, or is that about the end of that memory?
It feels like the end of that memory as it just goes to sleep.
Okay.
And you turn around to look back at Imogen, and she's not there.
Oh boy. I will, I guess, telepathically or mentally just sort of say her name or think her name.
There's no response.
And if I wanted to snap out of this state, could I?
Do you want to try?
now we come to it.
There's no Imogen here. Yeah, I mean, do I feel... You put your hand on me, right?
Mm-hmm. Both of you.
Do I feel that?
At the moment, no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Well, then I don't want to leave here without Imogen. Ashton said not to leave anyone behind.
Did.
I'll go back to the way we came and see if Imogen is there.
Okay. You go and walk towards the direction you came from, and you hit the wall of glass.
Oh no, we're like trapped in his fucking brain.
Welcome to see elsewhere.
I'll try to push through it.
Go ahead and roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier.
That's a 2 + 3.
Oh no!
You try and push the glass and it's not budging. And you turn and look around where you came from, and you're surrounded by glass, a funhouse mirror of fractured glass. Like there are just multiple fractured rooms around you. You can see the shapes, the jagged design that a cracked crystal holds, but in all directions. You're trapped, you're trapped, you're trapped.
Oh no.
You fuck with Unimancy?
Do I feel or know anything that's going to fuck on in all this?
You remember white flash, you remember falling off the balcony.
I'll cast...
You remember a white flash, you remember falling off a balcony.
If I'm allowed to cast a spell in here, I don't know if I am.
Only one way to find out.
But I'll cast sending, and I'll try to send a message to Imogen.
Okay.
and just say, "Can you hear me? I'm trapped in here. Can you get me out?"
As you pull out of the space, I need you to roll a d20.
I feel like this is the right one for.
Sure.
Fuck yeah.
So big
Let's
it
do
can't
it,
even
Nancy.
roll.
Looks like you pulled
Yeah.
pulled that out of Ashton's head.
Yep.
That would be a 23.
23. You feel that unstable sense is almost like a boundary or a barrier that just vibrates around you, and as you kind of force your way through, it's challenging. It's like pushing through a mystical bramble forest. You can feel like the tears and the pain of almost like psychic thorns pulling past you as you have to push your way out of it. And as you do, you hear the words of fresh cut grass, and you glance back from where you were coming from, and you see the space expanse begin to vanish. And you look back to where you were headed, and you see this series of crystal chambers imprisoning fresh cut grass.
Can I go towards him?
You drift over in his direction, and then place your hands on the outside of this prison.
It's like Kirk and Spock.
Gone.
Which one's which?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see me?
I'm my own death.
Can I see her through the glass?
You can.
Hi.
We might have made a mistake here.
Looks like. How do you get out of a dream? How do you wake up from a...
How does Ashton look to us, Fern and I?
From what you can see, Ashton is still kind of repeating the phrase over and over again, and the other nostril is now bleeding, and it's like dripping off the chin.
How do Ashton and F.C.G. look?
Ooh, how do I do it? It's
They're both
two
eyes closed,
concentration
concentrated,
spells that I wanna
focused, and not
cast,
really
but
reacting.
Does it cancel
The
the other
arm
one?
is daubing blood away, and he's got nettle leaves poking out through all his fingers, trying to help the bleeding.
I'm gonna
best he
turn.
can.
Am I still Ashton? Am I Ashton, or
No,
am I
you've
looking at?
you've pulled from that memory. It's the first time you kind of look at yourself, right? You are no longer in the memory. You are just standing there. You look down at your hands, and you have Ashton's hands.
Oh wow, feels kind of nice though.
Concentrate on my hand. Try to push through.
Push through.
Push through the glass.
All right. I will push through. I'll push through the glass and try to reach her hand.
And I'm gonna cast sending on Ashton. I know this is weird.
I'm also gonna cast command on Ashton
Oh well,
if I
shit.
can.
You do that.
You needed to see the target of command.
Okay.
Can I cast it on myself?
You are indeed an Ashton-based target.
Whoa, some brain bubbles.
So you cast command on yourself. What do you command?
Awake.
All right. Ashton, I will ask you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, if you don't mind.
This is highest stat.
Yeah.
15.
What's your spell DC?
14.
14.
I'm too strong for myself.
It's the best roll I've had all fucking
I
day.
know. As you look at your hand and make the command, your voice echoes, awaken, 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 awaken. And you hear glass. The sound of cracking crystal begins to echo around.
Okay, I'm gonna cast sending on Ashton. And all around us, you're gonna hear my voice. Ashton, this isn't real. We're trapped. You need to calm down and wake up. This isn't real. You're fine. Wake up.
Make a persuasion check.
Open the pod bay doors, Ashton.
Boy, I know how I'm going to get out of this memory, so we'll see how this
Open the
goes.
door, baby bear.
No, what is it? What is it? 6.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm so stressed. I think I need to perch for breakfast.
Sure, let's just do this before we go. Like, do this. You know, I'm glad. I'm glad we just got all this out.
I'm just gonna do a
Reading thoughts and trying to probe, memories are different sides of the spectrum.
Can I go look at Ashton's head and see if I can see anything that's happening?
Make a perception or investigation check.
Yeah, we were keeping an eye out
looking
for
at my hands and
unusual sparking
how
or
cool they
whatever,
are.
but it's just nosebleed right now. And he seems to be into
14.
14. You glance at his head and you see the eyes are focused but at a 1,000-yard stare, meaning they are driven, but they're not focusing on anything in particular. You kind of look towards the pupils and they are dilated. You glance past the crystal structure in the side of his head, and as you look in, you can see gentle sparks, just kind of like the tiniest fireworks, just going off.
Which is normal.
Which is normal. And you swear you can see 2 small, shadowy shapes.
Shut the fuck!
Little tiny
What?
Weird snow globe.
What? What are you talking
so
about?
fucking weird.
This is weird. You guys are getting weird. Psychic
Eternal
shit gets
sunshine of
weird.
Spotless mind. Fuck up.
Look it. Do you see this? Do you see those? Orm, come here.
It's a little,
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Do you see those 2 little flecks?
What the shit?
I see the little sparks.
Those look like little people.
I may start trying some weird
That's
shit if I'm alive. We'll see how this
them.
goes.
Well, you're
That's them.
catatonic. I'm
That's
trapped
who?
inside. You're sort of trapped inside.
All the switched up.
My hands are Ashton's hands, and I look over my body. Do I have legs?
Yeah, you have Ashton's body.
Are you
I'm
broken
gonna-
Ashton or pre-broken Ashton? Out of curiosity.
He can't see the side of his head.
I mean, there would be.
Oh no, that's true. Yeah. What you see currently has the gold inlaid. Yes.
I'm gonna just sort of flex.
It doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel good to flex?
Nope.
Oh, it's disappointing. I'm gonna try to run. Does that feel okay?
Everything hurts.
Everything
Always?
hurts.
Yeah.
Oh,
got
Ashton.
repaired.
Anywhere,
all
anywhere
through his
where,
body.
yeah, it's just, yeah, none of it feels good.
None of it feels good.
No.
Gushing, by the way.
Not like an increasing amount, but there is a steady drip.
I'm just overcome with disappointment because I wanted it to feel like something, like a body.
Yeah.
Feel strong.
And so I'll just say, fuck. Shit. Fuck.
To his point, there is strength there,
Yeah.
but with the strength comes pain. Continuous pain.
Does this seem longer than what we're used to for when they've...
It's uncomfortable. And to clarify, there is strength, but there is pain. There is pain, but there is strength.
There's strength.
But there's pain.
I don't mind pain.
Break it. We should try to break the glass.
Did we try to push through the glass already?
I can try. I can
No,
try
but I
to.
didn't try to punch my way out
No.
or fuck my way
So for,
out.
sorry, you were saying.
I totally forgot.
You were asking if
I'm gonna
Vaguely
try
aware
one
that
last-
something that like any of this is happening, or no? Is it just
So
too
that's all
far
we
in?
don't know what's going on.
I will say, make a perception check for me.
All right.
This is to look inward, quite literally, in the midst of your looping memory.
14.
We're not.
14 is actually not that bad. The loop of concentration, it's less like you're stuck in it and more like you're just so focused on trying to look throughout this one looping memory for any sort of details to try and help everyone out that you lost track of time. And suddenly you begin to like become a little more self-aware. And it's like that moment where you wake up out of a mid-afternoon daydream, but you're suffering sleep paralysis. There's a weight on your chest and you can't move. You're present, you're conscious, but you're not in control.
The worst.
And you feel you feel your friends invading you.
Try something batshit. It's like inner space. This may go really poorly. I don't know.
I love hearing that. What do you want to try?
I'm gonna punch myself really hard in the head, and I'm gonna rage. Just fucking. Just gonna give just really fucking smack.
Okay.
Which means I also activate something.
Which I will say in this instance, because you are fighting for control of your body in what is a paralytic state coming out of this odd, imposed daydream, I would like you to go ahead and just roll a d20 for me.
Uh-oh.
An 11 or higher?
No.
No.
It's so good, but it's all nice, man.
Just a clusterfuck. Yeah, okay.
Awesome.
I was trying to activate something that maybe could have.
I know. I know.
Sure. Trying to give you some superpowers.
I'm gonna try.
It's
I'm gonna try
It's
one
the
last.
challenge. While you do not regain control of your body, both of you begin to acknowledge that there is now a spreading consciousness from within, and you can hear cracks in the crystal continuing.
Oh.
One more command.
You take 4 points of necrotic damage as you're beginning to bleed more from the face.
One more command. Wake up!
Make another wisdom saving throw.
1.
9.
9.
That's great. 16 is the wisdom saving throw.
All the glass around you shatters at once. You are surrounded by thousands, tens of thousands of broken pieces of glass, crystal, and odd, strange, dark shapes. Both of you are pulled away from each other, your arms reaching out as you both vanish into opposite darkness. And at once, you're back in yourselves. Ashton, you begin coughing profusely and catching the blood from your face.
I'm awake too.
Breathe.
You are all back in your bodies.
Okay.
Excuse
Slow
me.
down, breathe. Breathe.
I will. I'll heal him. I'll do a healing word to just heal him real quick.
I'm gonna crawl forward and just put both my hands on the side of his face. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Did you find something?
A lot of really weird fucking shit.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, fuck.
That seems like it went well.
Orem grows some lavender and tucks it into Ash's lapel. Just inhale.
Oh, that's really powdery.
Exhale. Yeah, breathe in.
Are you okay?
Am I okay?
Are you? It was a.
Thank you. I feel okay, but
You looked like Ashton.
I'm going to open my fucking flask and.
I think we got just sort of caught. We just went too
Drain
deep
it,
or
Joe.
something into his mind.
I've never seen anything like that in somebody's. It's like your brain opens up into this
universe.
Yeah. Ashton, I saw like every possibility of your life all at once.
What the fuck does that mean?
I think you have, Milo put something in you that obviously they didn't understand.
You put one of these.
Yeah, in your head, and it connected you to some sort of
Might not be.
some sort of pathway, some sort of river of existence.
I mean, it's a potion of possibilities, right? I mean,
Fuck me. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, this is a good thing. I'm going to say it's a good thing. Because, you know, everybody, I don't know what I am or where I've been or who made me, but everyone keeps telling me I'm special. And I think you might be too. You're connected to something much bigger than yourself. And if you could learn to use it, harness it, master it, maybe it could help you. Maybe it could help you.
Oh my gosh. I mean, what if you have access to this potion all the time? What if...
I mean, I thought she did this. I really did.
Hexam?
That's where everything started to jumble. I thought maybe she knew. Maybe it just wasn't random fucking chaos, but it is very much random fucking
It doesn't
chaos.
seem like it's random or chaos. It just seems like it's potential. Like it's...
Not sure what the difference is.
Well...
I fell. I broke open. Someone poured this shit into me, and now this? Sure. That's clearly potential.
When I saw all the endless possibilities of his life, was it Ashton as they currently are? Or was it, like, with no... Damage, exactly.
Now that you think back on it, it happened so quickly. Some were damaged, some were not. Some had normal skin.
Was wondering
Like
about that.
normal skin? Like what do you
human
mean? Like
flesh.
Human skin?
Every permutation.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, it's definitely confusion.
Thank you. I needed that.
You feel any better?
No.
If
No. Fuck.
if you could figure out how to control that trap-in device, if Odahan ever gets in your head.
Huh.
Just to keep her there.
That's well, that's something to think about, isn't it?
You know, it's wild. We were just looking to see what was going on in there.
You owe me a gold.
I'll give you 2. So, we saw you guys in there.
What the...
It was like your normal fireworks, and there were 2 little shadows. So...
What? How is that possible?
Fucking...
Did it look like us? Were we like, hey?
Well, I mean,
Minuscule, but
it's so small.
They were shapeless, but familiar. It's hard to describe.
I didn't see anything.
You didn't? Yes, you did.
Nope. Not me.
You probably did. You're just too old to remember.
Huh.
Lauren did.
Fuck.
We're gonna need to learn a lot of tricks if we want to have a prayer of handling Thule.
This is good. This is a thing that we now know. This is good.
We know more about what we don't know, and now,
Now we know this is dangerous.
Yeah, I don't want to go back in there.
I respect that.
felt good to be strong for a second. But
what do you mean?
Well, to be you, to have, you know, muscles and stuff. I mean, it was good to, like, be in your head and to sort of feel that power that you have, but also real shitty.
So you got all of it.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's all of it, but it was a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot all the time. Oh, it's a
I'm
lot.
sorry.
It is what it is.
And I'm sorry we couldn't find out more.
Yes, this is...
Boy.
This is... Are you kidding? This is half my fucking damage. And now I just gotta figure out the shit before, and now I have the...
Do any of us know who we are?
Or
You know who you are. You know exactly how you are. You're like this, how you got to be a wolf, how to control it, all that stuff.
I feel a round of what the fuck is up with that in the near future. Because I have questions about that one.
You asking about me? Y'all are the one just head fucking each other's here. I know my story.
Too. I know most of my story. I know a little bit more. Oh God, that really hurts. Oh my God.
Maybe we should get some rest.
I agree.
A lot of decisions to make tomorrow.
You had a bunch of stuff coming out of your nose. Still do.
Take the cloth.
Thank you. Oh, that's real gross. Did you? Oh, thank you.
Make sure nobody
I'm so
came
sorry.
out of your nose. Are the people in that rag?
I don't see any, but you should check.
That's how sea monkeys will.
I didn't find anything.
Damn.
Yeah, you can.
That is some weird, oily goop that was coming out of there, but...
I'll stay up. I'll pay. I'll keep an ear out for both rooms. We're kind of, in the middle of the heat. But we should get some rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's get some rest. We got people to save. Got people to fucking save.
People to fuck and save.
Okay. The evening goes by without challenged issue.
I just sit cross-legged in a bed by myself.
I'm with you.
Okay.
You keep watch, vigilant, eyes, ears, and nose to the air. But it seems for the night nobody's died on your tail. Eventually you all wake up.
Oh.
The following morning, still sore, some of you mentally exhausted even through the night's rest, but for the most part, some of you recovered. The day is yours. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. What do we even do?
We gotta find a private tree. Or a general.
Go talk to Maniatre.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Can I rewind to last night and use one of my sending spells?
Sure. What do you want to do?
I want to cast a sending spell on fucking Delilah Briarwood.
Ooh.
There we go. Okay. What do you say?
What's that, bitch?
How do I bring her back? Tell me what to do. I'll do anything.
The voice responds.
Oh no.
Fainter. Thin. Fading. Whatever it takes. It won't be long now. I'm fading. And I'll take her with me.
Oh. Great.
Pleasant breakfast later in the following morning.
Yes.
Options are growing very narrow.
Yeah. She's got nothing.
Do we head to the Aries
All
Fire?
right. Yeah, let's go to talk to Shania Twain.
Maniatre.
Mania Twain.
Parlor request.
Okay. Are you retrieving Laudna's body, or are you leaving her with Esteros?
No, we're taking her body. We have to take her body.
Oh, shit.
Where are we even going to go? Vasselheim? Are we going to Vasselheim?
We're going to go wherever the voice of the Tempest tells us to meet her, I guess.
And I will definitely be taking the body. I'll be carrying.
If we've got a one-way ticket, we send her one more message and say, "Where are you? We're coming to you."
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yes, we go pick up the body.
Okay. Pick up the body. Are you heading to the parlors of the collective? Are you heading? Okay.
That's where the treescape is.
That's where.
That's where Manaya is. Okay. Well,
Let's go, girls.
it's another 6 silver to take the gondola up to the airy spire once
I got
more,
this.
where the collective is.
And there's still no like monthly membership for the crossings. There's no like a yearly fee that we could just pay once and never have to pay.
Toll tag?
Easy pass.
It's a multi.
It's not a
He
gym
knows it's a
Indeed.
multi.
He knows it's a multi.
Upon arriving onto the airy spire, it takes a moment to find the curling staircase that winds beneath the gondola station, following the signs that lead you down underneath it to this terrace that you've seen in shadow for the most part as you arrived at certain times of the day. But as you climb into it, this kind of large, sprawling balcony that pushes out from the rock beneath oversees the majority of the city's layout below. It's a beautiful view from here, looking over onto Drusar below. Here you can see the marble-topped walkways that glitter across the respectable half-circle outcroppings dotted with freestanding archways and a vibrant garden of foreign trees and bushes dotted throughout. You see a handful of figures are scattered a bit throughout the kind of mid-morning light peeking past the tree line into the open spaces. Individuals talking, conversing, some eating while planning and plotting. You can see here a massive embedded rotunda structure that is built into the spire wall that reads Bodan. Names the domes over a shaded interior courtyard within the spire itself, where smaller offices and structures house members of the collective of Bodan. This is the city's collection of designers, engineers, archonists that maintain it. Asking around a bit doesn't take you too long to eventually be led to an interior forest that is kind of kept in the center of many of these smaller office-like structures that all kind of meet and circle around this collection of maybe 100 or so trees and walkways that move between, maintained outside of the sunlight, and within numerous lanterns that hang from all the different branches within. Someone eventually leads you to looks to be a female gnome. Visually, maybe in what would be the human equivalent of her 40s, but who knows how long that is based on your experience with gnomes and their lifespans. She turns around, looks at you. You can see a massive wreath of dark hair that nearly touches the ground behind her as she walks. It's woven with all manner of colorful beads and topaz gems. And you see what looks to be like a work vest, almost, that has been decorated and adorned with all sorts of strange bits of twisted wire and gems that kind of dangle and clatter and swing as she turns around and notices your approach. She kind of glances up at the lot of you. Hello, and can I help you?
Good morning. We've never met, but we have a friend in common, Lord Esteros.
Ah, yes. I remember him speaking that you were to be collecting on a favor, yes?
We're hoping so. We understand that you could help us with travel.
Actually, yeah, well,
Yes, that was one of the options that was discussed. Do you know where you're going?
I assume Vasselheim? Should I send a message?
I think we want to know for sure.
Give us a second.
I'm gonna
I'd
give
I'd like to make a wisdom saving throw for me, if you
Wisdom
don't mind.
saving throw.
Correct.
That's good. 21.
21? Okay.
Send a little message on to the Tempest.
Okay.
Are you in Vasselheim? Still, because you're about to have some company.
Okay. Is that the full message?
That's it.
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to see where you are and met with some interference.
Oh.
Where are you?
Oh, shit.
I'll send another message. Where in the collective of Bodon? Am I getting that right?
Very spot.
In Drusar.
In Marquette.
In Marquette. How much do you know?
Okay. It's been a little while. Got it. That's it.
Is she gonna come to us or are we
I
gonna
don't
go to
know.
her?
I can't. She's not answering any better than I'm sending.
God, she sounds so dumb.
Druids, man.
Should we wait for a message or
It seemed like she's trying to get a read or something on you.
Dumb. If we trade places.
we go to there and she comes here?
Wait.
5 minutes.
She says she remembered this place or something.
Orm starts scanning the trees around them, half expecting to see her walking out of one.
Are we looking for something?
Are there trees here? Or is this like
Yeah,
where
we're in
the people would
inner
be coming?
forest, right?
You are kind of in one of the shallow entryways to this kind of walkway forest that marks the center of the collective. Kind of at this point, you see Manaya is kind of glancing about a little impatiently, like,
Well, if you do not know where you're going, you can come back later. Otherwise,
She said she wasn't in Vasselheim.
Possibly.
She wasn't there.
We're having a bit of a discussion.
This bright green light suddenly emits from the left-hand side. One of these thicker tree trunks. You watch as a singular opening, like an oval gateway, begins to tear through the bark. You hear the sound of the tree kind of creaking as it pushes apart and open. And there, immediately greets you, stepping through this collection of extended antlers that bow down and open up as you see the flowing of long red hair that drifts past shoulders almost to the mid-back. You see a light orange dress that fades to a dark red burgundy to match what looks to be a mantle of thousands and thousands of autumn leaves that themselves drag across the ground behind as she steps through. A half-elven woman, looking a bit frazzled, but smiling.
Orm steps forward. Hail to the Tempest. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry to pull you away from what I'm sure is important, but we didn't know what else to do. Our friend fell, and she's
If Mercer comes back to the table, will she be both
special.
Both characters?
She's someone that you crossed paths with once. In Whitestone. He looks over his shoulder at the group. Show her.
All right.
Right here in front of.
Shania Twain.
Here or nothing. Gently lay her on the ground, and I just start to open. God.
As you start to hold, she goes, well, hi, I'm Keyleth.
Hi, yeah, hi.
We've had a weird couple days. Sorry.
I can see it on your faces, and I've been there.
Thank you.
Yeah, we know.
We have a lot of time.
That's a neat trick.
That was very impressive.
Hi. We're Bell's Hells. We're like an adventuring party. Sometimes people hire us for jobs or pay us to do things, but we're trying to do good in the world. it's not something that you might understand, but it's what we've been doing lately.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah.
She kind of glances down as you finish revealing the body of Laudna.
She might have looked a little different the first time you met her.
Was she there? Oh. You were there.
Well, come then. We need to speak with someone who can help you. And she turns and takes her staff and points it towards the tree that she exited from. The tree once again tears open with that loud, humming but strangely warm sensation. As it pulls open on the opposite side of this entryway, you see this beautiful open courtyard. You see numerous buildings across the way, along the streets. The roofs extended almost like reworked, long-disused ships. You see trees and hills, and above that, on a hill, a castle. And the gentle falling of golden leaves that pass
Laura's
beyond the
listening to shit
entryway.
like such as I am.
As you said, we haven't much time.
Face that right way.
Come on, we have to go quick.
Yep. Thanks for your office, Benaya.
Thank you for the tree, rain check.
I didn't. What's going on? It's the last thing you see. She turns around as you all rush through this gateway. And we're in the episode.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I wish Marisha could be here for this.
I got a little emotional.
I'm dying. I'm dying.
Oh shit.
This is very weird.
Wow.
I love it.
This is very weird.
All very strange. Time folding in over itself.
This is very weird.
I loved every moment of this last episode. Every bloody moment.
Oh my god.
It's finally happening.
I'm sure you guys are on vacation. It's fine.
Wow.
That was
Yeah.
That was.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up until.
I have nothing to say.
How did you
do this?
How did you do?
Okay, yeah, we'll pick up there next episode. Okay, this is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, you just realized what you've done.
Oh my god.
My heart is exploding.
Oh man. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you on the next session. We love you very much. And is it Thursday? It's good night.
Well, thank you for joining me. We have the return of Keyleth, who's now the only character to appear in all 3 campaigns. And after their 2-week break next month, which they'll probably be recording next week, as I record, if I understand correctly, we'll be having this return of other members of Vox Machina. Oh my god. Well, when to start October, that will be. Anyway, I do thank you for joining me. This is Fernanda Riamentra, the half-elven YouTuber. I wish you good fortune on the quest of life.